So, Divided. Yeah, it's a rather old story of mine that I started writing in about maybe April of last year, and this is actually a remake of that. Like, I just changed some of the pacing and some of the character names and descriptions and just some of the lore because the original version, which was known as Instincts at the time, absolutely sucked ass. So, I had to change it because I remember reading it one day and I'm just like, oh, this is terrible, I need to fix it. And I don't know if it's still bad, I hope not, because I spent like almost an entire month trying to figure out how to fix this. And I finally did. And that's why I'm making this video, to announce the fact that the first arc of the first volume has been released. I do not know if I ever will continue finishing the first volume, let alone make a second one. I have considered it, but right now I'm working on the fourth volume of Biomechanical and just trying to get that out of the way, and then I'll think about future projects afterwards. I do have a few in mind, but I'll talk about them another time because, yeah, right now I'm just going to be talking about Divided and sort of giving a rundown of what it is before you even touch it. So, the lore has been changed. It was originally something more diving into like a Horizon Zero Dawn type situation with like the android characters being more feral and shit, and then I just decided no, I prefer the like anthropomorphic characters. So I completely removed all of the humans and just made the entire thing a Beastars AU. So it's like humanoid animals existing in like modern society, except Divided does not take place in the original setting of the anime. It actually takes place in the States, in California, LA specifically. And this is because apparently most of my writing now, I just really like the setting of LA. I've been there, so it's a nice place. And so this video was unscripted, if that was obvious. But so I do plan on making a wiki page because I do have some old documents about certain characters in Divided. I just don't know when that's going to happen. Maybe soon after I release the first arc, just to give people more context about like the character's lore and stuff in case I never continue writing the story. I just want to put it out there, one, because Biomechanical Volume 4 is taking so slow and I need to release something between that, and two, because I've been wanting to fix Divided for a while, and this was like the perfect opportunity for me to do so. Just be like, hey, I fixed the first arc of this shitty fan fiction to make it less shitty, and now I'm letting y'all read it if you want to. And I'll make wiki pages based off of the documents that I've already written. So I know that like the poll that I did, most people started voting for the Hive, and I will release the Hive. It's just I started working on rewriting Divided before I got the results of that poll because I thought that like no one would vote, so I just went ahead and fixed a Divided. So sometime in January or February, I do plan on releasing the Hive, which is something entirely different that you will learn about when I don't know if I decide to release the trailer for that one too. My motivation is like in the toilet right now. But other than that, um yeah, so typical content warnings for Divided would be like the violence, some of the language, the humor. There are some more suggestive scenes similar to Biomechanical, but they are not graphic. I would never write anything like that, honestly, if I was sharing it with others, because I'm not a lemon writer. I just don't do that. That's not my thing. So I mean, for both stories, I have no problem with fan art as long as the stuff depicted in it is not, like, related to any weird stuff. Like, I don't mean to start this huge, like, I don't mean to start this huge argument per se, but I've been on the internet long enough to know about, like, the weird shit that people draw of fictional characters, and I don't want my OCs depicted in anything that would fall under, like, the type of stuff you'd see in, like, the darkest, crustiest catacombs of, like, DeviantArt. I don't want that. I really don't. Although, I know probably someone's gonna do it, because nowadays, the boundaries of different creators just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I need to stop ranting. Rant over. um, yeah. I should probably just cut this video short right now, but I will say that, if the soundtrack on Spotify has not been renamed, it should be named Instincts Volume 1, but I am going to change it to Divided Volume 1, and I am going to be changing the cover art. And also, everything after the first 5 songs, or first 6 songs, I haven't figured out the theme song for the story yet. Everything after that, like the second half of the soundtrack, isn't canon and is, like, actually subject to change if I ever continue writing and finishing the first volume of Divided. So just keep that in mind when you look up the Spotify playlist, is that not all of the songs on there are canon. So, yeah. The link to the folder will be in the description, and feel free to tell me what you think about it. And also, if you'd like, I'd really like you to check out Biomechanical as well, because Biomechanical is probably some of my best work. And also, you can subscribe if you want to see some of, like, newer works that will come out, more trailers, or just random videos on my channel that, like, I make either out of boredom, or they're just random things that my brain decides to do. So yeah, bye.